Hello, 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 Spotlight Nation, True Heels, our YouTube subscribers. Welcome to True Heel Heat 18. We are live from our True Heel Heat Control Center. This is SP3. This is Top Guy JJ. Welcome to Pro Wrestling Spotlight Presents THH 18. We're going to be reviewing WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, as well as Destruction in Kobe, as well as previewing a jam-packed weekend from ROH, New Japan, and Progress. How do you feel, Top Guy JJ?
A lot of stuff happening, man. There's a lot of stuff happening. We got some stuff to get into, but there's a little thing here, so I'm actually gonna give a little shout out. And this is taking a lot for me to do. Shout out to the WWE. Y'all actually delivered a decent pay-per-view, like twice in a row. Like SummerSlam and Hell in a Cell were both pretty damn good. So you know what? Shouts to y'all. I got my little Mark WrestleMania cup. I'm drinking my little Kool-Aid now. So shout out to WWE.
Is this JJ? Is this Top Guy? You're complimenting WWE?
Whew, that was a hard pill to swallow.
Well, before we get too much off the rails, I want to let you guys know, if you're watching live on Facebook Live via the Pro Wrestling Spotlight or via the True Heels group page, or watching live on YouTube, please put in the comment section your thoughts, your questions for the True Heels. We're going to be talking about everything that's happened the last 2 weeks since True Heel Heat 17, as well as this big weekend from all of ROH, New Japan, and Progress. Huge weekend coming up. But first, we got our True Heel roll call. This is where we go through our contributors from the True Heels group page, as well as our contributors from the True Heels Heat YouTube channel. So first, we want to shout out our conversation starters on the True Heels group page on Facebook. Stephen Xavier, Mark Hoskins, Yuzel Hernandez, Taylor Dean, and the one and only Cody Ryan, who's going to be live at ROH Death Before Dishonor tonight with his uncle Kenny King. So we want to shout him out. Big shout out to Cody Ryan.
Enjoy that show, Cody. You've been a ride or die True Heel. Shout out to you, brother. Enjoy that show tonight because ROH always delivers. So enjoy it.
So we also want to shout out our YouTube subscribers. We're going live on YouTube for the first time ever with True Heel Heat 18. So we want to shout out those that will be viewing us live on our YouTube channel. So for those who's watching live on Facebook Live, you need to jump on YouTube channel and go to True Heel Heat and become a subscriber. You get our notifications, all our interviews with the folks from Battle Club Pro, as well as all over the pro wrestling world, as well as this True Heel Heat podcast with Top Guy JJ and SP3.
We're almost at 20.
Yes, we are almost at 20. 2 away from big True Heel Heat 20.
Look at that. I can only imagine what we're going to try to pull out for 20. I mean, we did a lot of interesting stuff with True Heel Heat 16.
We did.
What was it, part 2?
Part 2
about 1 year anniversary. Which was pretty cool. It was a very stacked show. So I think we're going to have a lot in store for 20.
I know I'm not always the happiest when she's here, but we will have for True Heel Heat 20, True Heel Mimi, the guy.
Yes!
She will return for True Heel Heat 20. So you guys,
yes,
become a subscriber. I know you guys all want to see her.
The goddess right now as I speak. I am on the chat line.
But we want to shout out our YouTube subscribers: Shannon Turner, Josh Wilder, Chuck Daddy, great name by the way, John Calder, and then finally Patrick Nelson. Those are some of our YouTube subscribers. So thank you for being a subscriber to True Heel Heat on YouTube. And a special shout out to Battle Club Pro. Battle Club Pro is our very special, the show that the #1 independent wrestling promotion in all of New York City. And True Heel Heat is a special sponsor of Battle Club Pro, especially their upcoming event, Saturday, October 20th, Trial by Combat, coming up in New Jersey, Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. We're going to be there live, Top Guy JJ and myself. We're going to get interviews with some of the Battle Club Pro talent, as well as some of you fans that's going to be there live. So if you're in the New Jersey area or even the New York City area, you need to be there for Battle Club Pro, main evented by the king of the deathmatch, Jimmy Havoc, going one-on-one with one of the best true heels in the New York independent wrestling scene, Darius Carter. So that's a huge main event. And then the co-main event, our friend, the man I interviewed back at Bash in the Bronx, the one and only Bad Apple, Matt McIntosh. He's going to go one-on-one with the notorious 187 Homicide.
That was a great interview, actually, by the way.
Thank you.
Really good job on that. I just needed to confirm that with the goddess. I just needed to make sure that you wasn't pulling no okey doke on me, that she was actually going to be there live. So this is going to be a great, already True Heel Heat 20 is looking to be super promising.
So final two shout-outs we want to give to Behind the Barricade podcast, who's going to be having a special WWE 2K19 giveaway. So check them out on Facebook, Behind the Barricade. Check that out. That's a great giveaway that they got for WWE 2K19. And then we also want to shout out
the deluxe edition at that.
Yes, the deluxe
edition.
Get that gold edition. It comes with the extra PC.
That's right. You need that.
And then finally, we want to give a special shout out to our sister page, The True Faces. There's been a lot of confusion online with their name change and everything, but we got it all straight. We want to shout out Pharaoh, who's the admin on True Faces. So The True Faces is our sister group to the True Heels, but we are all in the wrestling community, and we want to give them a safe place, the True Faces, because they're not as heelish as us True Heels. So it is what it is. We want to shout them out, and we want to kick off our True Heel Heat 18 with our top news. Before we get into our top news, anything from the Spotlight Nation, anything from the True Heels, you need to put in the comment section because we want to hear from you live. But we're going to start off with Destruction in Kobe, and the big news that came out of there is a new shift structure in the New Japan storyline element. It is the Switchblade Jay White. Jay White has been on a long journey. He came back from excursion last year at, I think it was Power Struggle back in November, where he attacked Tanahashi, challenged him for Wrestle Kingdom at the Tokyo Dome in January. He lost to Tanahashi, but the next day he beat down Kenny Omega, challenged him for the U.S. title. He beat Kenny Omega for the U.S. title, and basically created the whole Bullet Club civil war that started. He was basically the silver lining in it all. He was the person that started the whole war. And then he had a nice little run as U.S. champion, lost the title to Juice Robinson back at the G1 special that I was there live in San Francisco. And then in the G1, he defeated Kazuchika Okada in his first night, the leader of Chaos. So basically, we've been on the road since then of him not listening to Okada. Okada is not the leader to him anymore because he beat Okada, and then at Destruction, after a great main event between Tanahashi and Okada, Jay White came out and attacked both men, and then it was Gato, the longtime manager and best friend of Okada, who turned on Okada, hit him in the back with a steel chair, and basically said that it is now Jay Wyatt's chaos. What is your thoughts on Jay Wyatt, the long one-year storyline that has been to now come now, where Gato is now backing Jay Wyatt against Okada?
I love it. Now, you guys, and I know we're all, even little dweeb behind the camera here, we've all been there to literally see Jay White's debut, his non-music, his plain-ass introduction when he was in ROH, and we at that time, plain-ass white trunks and all, like, damn, that was good. And this was a couple of years ago. Like, we saw something then when he was impressive in the ring. Then it was like, they better keep him. They better keep him. They better not lose him to development or something. But damn, I didn't think he would be this good. I didn't think he would be this damn good. This guy is captivating.
He's one of the best heels in the wrestling business right now.
He defines that, to me, is beyond most improved. He's basically borderline non-WWE superstar. Like, it's amazing what he's done in literally 2 years.
I mean,
I'm going back to the debut now, like to when he first came on the scene, and now like, and this guy is so young still.
and like he was one of the few excursions from New Japan to ROH that actually made an impact. Like they really cared about him. And you can tell that ROH was even big on him. They gave him a winning streak.
Jay White, yo, like
the winning streak was ended by Jay Briscoe. He was always
man.
featured in pay-per-views, so he was always featured in ROH. And now they come to New Japan, and now he seems like he's like one of their future stars. It's really big to see how far he's come.
Love it. Love to see that.
Steve Salvage says Switchblade will now bring the real Chaos to New Japan, and do you think Chaos will turn into a new Bullet Club like the OGs were?
I think a nice point that nobody's been like pointing out is that like you have to think about Gato's thinking. Like Gato, he chose Okada to be the face of New Japan, to be like the guy that would bring them into the new future. And then Bullet Club has come through and basically taking New Japan by storm and taking it like by the heels. Like you had AJ, you had he basically went up against Prince Devitt when Prince Devitt first turned and created the Bullet Club. Then he got beaten by AJ Styles for the world title. Then he gets beaten by Kenny Omega for the world title. So the only person in Chaos that actually made an impact on the Bullet Club is Jay White. Jay White did more in a couple of months than Okada did in 4 years against the Bullet Club. So I think in Gato's thinking, you have to think about it from, you know, from the out.
SP was referring to. But I'm the fact that there's a chance now that they are now starting to get diverse stars, and that there's people that other people can relate to. So the fact that now I love this with New Japan, that they're now getting more characters that people can follow. So it's not, you get to see how great Tanahashi is, you get to see how great Kushida is, you get to see the greatness in these people because the American eye is now starting to see people that they can understand.
But take it from Steve's point about like them being like, you know, a new Bullet Club or having like the Civil War going on. How do you see it shaping up with Chaos coming out of this big turn?
Bullet Club is kind of a reach. I like the name, the Chaos name is gonna ring a lot of bells. But you got to think about the stamp that Bullet Club has had on the bells. But you got to think about the stamp that Bullet Club has had on the Indian.
No, I think more. It's not more like the impact. He's talking about more of like the Civil War that happened with Bullet Club. Are we going to see it within Chaos? Is Chaos going to be?
Is it going to be like
or is some people going to sign?
There's going to be some division, of course. There's going to be some division, of course. But I hope that it leads to like some good storytelling for some great matches to come. But I don't think it's going to last that long. I don't think the division story is going to last that long.
And I think it's very interesting that this weekend Chaos is involved in a lot of big tag team matches. They're going to be in Death Before Dishonor in a huge 5-on-5 tag team match, and then the main event of Fighting Spirit Unleashed on Sunday is Chaos, Ishii, and Okada versus the Golden Lovers. So a lot can be seen. We may see what's going on within Chaos is the Golden Lovers. So a lot can be seen. We may see what's going on within Chaos, how the division lies. So as soon as this weekend, as soon as tonight,
how do you think Okada is gonna deal with sudden to actually go back into Wrestle Kingdom next year? He's losing his group. Okada has gone through quite a bit this year.
It's been a great story and a great character development for Okada ever since Dominion. You've seen the character change with his hair. You've seen him coming out with the balloons. His song change. Now you got Gato turning on him. So he's lost so much, and it's very interesting to see what's going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom with Okada and what big match he's going to have. That's not going to involve the World Heavyweight title for the first time in, 6 years now? Ever since he came back from his surgery, he's been in every IWGP World Heavyweight
Now, as big as he was in 2017, do you think losing all of this is going to hurt his namesake? No. And not to us, but to people that saying, I'm starting to catch on. I'm starting to follow. I'm starting to see it. But you're starting to see this major player that everybody's been talking about that's essentially been pretty much like one of the best in the world, and they just see him kind of keep losing these big moments. Do you think that's going to hurt him?
He's still one of the most interesting characters, and he's very captivating. He has the it factor, and none of these losses have been to the point where it's diminished him at all. Like he had the destruction in Kobe, which we're gonna get into more a little bit later. That match was 35 minutes, and it's one of the best matches him and Tanahashi ever had. So he didn't lose anything in that match. So none of these losses that he's had is not diminishing his star power at all. But we got to move on to our next topic. We want to hear from you guys, so please talk about Tanahashi and Okada. What you guys think for Okada's future? Let's hear from the Spotlight Nation True Heels.
Janelle from HR wants to know when she's coming back, and she said, "Sis out here looking rough, but still love you, bestie."
I love it. I love it. Janelle from HR, we want to shout out Janelle from HR, as well as the Jobber Tears. We also want to shout out, she's got a big event coming up, Evolution Weekend, which is the Brunching Ladies of Wrestling, which is their big brunch before WWE Evolution. So shout outs to Janelle, shout outs to the Jobber Tears, and the Bosch Brothers. We want to shout them out. But yes, I am looking a little Danny Rand. Danny Rand season 1. I'm looking a little Danny Rand season 1.
I love the fact that she mentioned, and I don't know. I love the fact that she mentioned when is she coming back.
I know. She needs to make an official heel turn before she's welcome back.
That's the part that I caught. When she's coming back. I caught that part. That's the part I caught.
I'll leave that up to Top Guy JJ. But we gotta move on. Speaking of WWE Evolution, we gotta talk about one of the mainstays of women wrestling and how the wrestling world has turned on the Bella Twins. The Bella Twins have always been an enemy of the internet wrestling community, that's to be for sure. They are known for being the faces of Total Divas, the faces of the Divas era. But ever since they returned at SummerSlam, actually, when they returned, it's been a lot of heat on the Bella Twins due to their showing a lot of ring rust, especially a young, not so young, Brie Bella, the mother of Birdie Danielson, has been botching all over the place. It's to the point that people have been making the comparisons from Brie Bella to Sin Cara. It's been that bad, and as most recently as this past Monday on WWE Raw, we saw a very, very bad botch. Where Brie Bella was doing the yes kicks to Liv Morgan and picked up the pace on the yes kick and smashed Liv Morgan right in the mouth.
Damn near killed the girl.
Yes, caused her to have a concussion.
Damn near killed the girl.
Kicked her on the way down again. Later on in the match, she also popped Ruby Riott in the mouth. Ruby Riott no-sold it and kicked her right in the face. So Brie Bella and Nikki Bella have been getting a lot of heat from the pro wrestling community, and I can tell that you have some heat towards them. So what are your thoughts on the Bella Twins before this return and now after this return?
I've been on a rampage with this nostalgia shit, and Brie, thank you for making my point so damn valid. Why is she still wrestling? The bitch is careless. She's OD careless. At least when Nikki fake sells shit and then she doesn't hit you, at least she doesn't hurt you.
I mean,
Brie damn near killed our Live for Fridays baby, Cody's baby, Liv Morgan. She is damn near. Alright, first she popped her in the head with the second to last kick. She's stumbling down, and then she kicked her again. Like, she damn near killed this woman on live TV. And then on top of that, she comes up with this little stupid slingshot, and then literally comes directly at Ruby and pops her right in the mouth. Like, no give, no pullback, no sell. Literally just hit the chick. And I wish that Ruby would have hit her a whole lot harder, because she deserved a whole lot more than that little stiff kick that Ruby gave. It probably hurt, but she deserved a whole lot more. They need to get these chicks out the ring. Just put them chicks in corners. Like, put them in corners. Like, let them side with Ronda Rousey at Super Show and be in their corner. Do not put these chicks in the ring. Like, she damn near killed herself twice. So the fact that she almost killed herself twice, now she wants to start killing other chicks.
I think it's a matter of ring rust. Ring rust and the fact that
how long you gonna have ring rust for?
I'm not gonna excuse what she did on Monday. what she did on Monday, she totally took her eye off the ball. She was too worried about the crowd reaction and getting more out of the crowd more than protecting her opponent. I cannot excuse that.
Ridiculous.
I said it was ring rust with the botched suicide dives, but yeah, it's a little bit more than ring rust when she's making mistakes like that.
You're hurting people now. You're hurting people.
She's taking her eye off the ball. But is there a point that people are going a little bit too much in? Like I said, it's more of a wrestling world versus the Bella Twins. Like you have someone like Seth Rollins who injured Finn Balor, who ended the career of Sting, who broke John Cena's nose. You had AJ Styles back in 2015 before he came to the WWE. He almost broke Roderick Strong's neck with the Styles Clash. He broke Yoshi Tatsu's neck with the Styles Clash, and he was basically seen as the best wrestler in the world, and the Styles Clash was elevated to the best finishing move in the world.
And not to have an honorable mention, also Sasha Banks ended the career of Paige. She ended the career of Paige.
Paige has forgiven her and said it's not Sasha's fault, but it happened. Yeah.
And all the other things happened too. The wrestlers were forgiven for that, but that also happened too. Sasha ended Paige's career.
And that was the point I was trying to make when I went over this topic. This topic is very different because I say, what's your opinion before their return and after their return? I feel like a lot of people's opinion of the Bella Twins is they are the face of the Divas division that only got 2 minutes, that were all about looks and what their body looked like. And people have that stigma a part of them, and we're looking for anything to get on them about. So these botches, yes, they left themselves wide open for them, and they already knew the criticism was coming. But I feel like it's worse than the people we just talked about because it's the Bella Twins.
Of course it's the Bella Twins, so it's a little heightened in the fact that people really didn't want them back in the ring to begin with. I mean, they get a little pop when they come, but once you see them in the ring, there's no real reaction to them. It's not a big reaction to them at all because we know what we're about to get. We're about to get crap. We're about to get some real crap.
You can look, but you can't touch.
I mean,
let's hear it from the nation.
I just yell.
Nicholas Zipak says Brie Bella needs to get benched. True Heel Steve agrees. Speaking truth, Brie needs to go. And Stat Guy says, didn't Finn say it wasn't Seth's fault that Finn was reaching back too far?
Oh yeah. It was definitely Finn's fault, in my opinion. I said that when it happened, when people were giving a lot of heat to Seth Rollins, but all the other stuff we said about Seth Rollins kind of negates that. So
I mean, the one about Sting is the Sting one is actually more impactful than the Finn one.
Yeah,
because the Sting one ended his career.
But we definitely want to hear more from you guys and what you guys think about this big topic, especially you guys on the YouTube channel. Put in the comment section what you feel. Like, do you feel that the Bella Twins are getting a lot of heat because they're the Bella Twins, or are they getting a lot of heat because they're legitimately putting their opponents and their colleagues at harm? So let's move on to our final top news topic, which is a topic that Top Guy JJ went over in his heated opinion on True Heel Heat 17, and it is about the nostalgia mania going on within the WWE. WWE has not only, first of all, you got Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan basically came back in the WWE fold back at WWE Extreme Rules.
We're really going there?
Yes, we're going all the way back to July.
Hold on.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We might as well go all nostalgia, baby. What you gonna do, brother? Let's go back to 1984 and bring back people from 30 plus years ago. Brother, what you gonna do, brother? We're bringing everybody back from the dead. So let's bring back the immortal ones. What you gonna do when Hulkmania runs wild on you?
So yeah,
WWE is just going all out. They're just pulling people up from graves.
So yeah, Hogan apologized to the WWE and the WWE locker room back at Extreme Rules because of his tirade and his rant back in 2015. Apology.
Oh, Jesus.
Not everyone accepted it, such as New Day and Titus O'Neil. And the rumor is that he's going to be coming back into the WWE fold at WWE Crown Jewel. Speaking of WWE Crown Jewel and returns, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, the man that will be in the corner of Triple H at WWE Super Showdown, is rumored to be going back on his retirement and going to be returning at WWE Crown Jewel to team up with Triple H against the Brothers of Destruction. The Saudi money is all bonkers. And then finally, the big news for today, breaking news, the mega group, Evolution, will return at SmackDown 1000. So all that nostalgia for you. How do you feel about WWE?
Let's go all out WWE. I'm just saying, 200 years old is about to be in the ring. You're about to get 200 years worth of life inside a ring with a nice little tag match.
You're really trying to be positive.
It's so bad. It's so bad, yo. Like, I can't deal with this shit. Yo, literally, like, you might as well just give them all canes and give them all crutches and shit. Hulk Hogan should be the special guest referee in that match.
I mean, just
that would make the match 265 years old.
They're putting the oldest people possible in one match. Like Super Showdown was one thing where they built the whole show around Triple H and The Undertaker, which I've been disgusted by, but everybody's been telling me the build-up's been great. I've been missing the parts that have been great, apparently. I watched all the segments.
What great?
I've been watching all the segments, but people have been telling me that
between Undertaker and Triple H.
Apparently, it's been great. But the segment that really upset me was the segment with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, where basically Shawn Michaels would basically tease that he's going to be coming out of his retirement. In my opinion, Shawn Michaels coming out of his retirement 8 years after the fact would ruin his legacy. It would put him in line with The Undertaker.
No, it would put him in line with the rest of the WWE superstars that didn't retire.
It'll put him in line with Ric Flair in TNA. It'll put him in line with Terry Funk 101 times. In my opinion, Shawn Michaels is the greatest in-ring performer in all of wrestling history. But in my opinion, he's number one on my all-time favorites list. But he's going to move down if he comes out of retirement.
Are you ready?
100 years of life, baby! Telling you to suck it! Let's go. Get your crock chops ready. Let's get them ready, y'all. 100 years old, baby. Telling you to suck some shrivel up meat.
Please, Nation, True Heels, please put in the comment section what you guys think about all this nostalgia BS, because I'm sick about it, talking about it. So I want to hear what you guys think. Please tell us what you think.
True Heel Bruno is booking Shawn's return up until WrestleMania. HBK versus Taker. HBK retires Taker, and SP3 jumps around singing, "Hey, hey, hey, goodbye."
I love it.
I love it.
That's a great thing.
I mean, fuck. I mean, we're drowning in nostalgia already. We might as well just fucking eat it. I already have my WWE meal for the day, so let's just fucking.
Thank you for that, Bruno. That put a smile on my face about this whole nonsense and this whole nostalgia kick that they're on. They're ridiculous right now. But what are your thoughts on Evolution returning at SmackDown 1000?
Oh man, I mean, is this all WWE can pull off the SmackDown 1000? Like, this is one of their landmark shows. Do you remember how WWE went all out for Raw 1000?
Yes.
They did the shits. They even turned CM Punk heel during that show.
Yes, they did.
Like, they did it all for that show. They brought back DX. They brought back the P. They had a whole clusterfuck of appearances. SmackDown 1000, all you're going to get is the Evolution appearance?
Hey,
Is that really all we're going to get? Like, we can't even, like, so we can't get The Rock via satellite?
You're going to probably get him via satellite. A taped message from The Rock.
Can we get a Brock Lesnar appearance?
Why Brock?
Because the next big thing started in SmackDown.
That's $500,000 that Vince wants to spend somewhere else.
Use one appearance on it. One appearance for Brock Lesnar.
Money.
It's their 1000th show. So we're just gonna be stuck with shit. We're just gonna be stuck with it.
That's who we're gonna get for SmackDown
For 1,000.
Yes.
We're getting. This is all we're gonna
Yes.
get. This is
Reign,
all we're gonna settle for.
Evolution. I love it. I'm with it. Rey Mysterio. If you haven't heard, the rumor is he's re-signed with WWE. SmackDown 1000. Who is more SmackDown than Rey? Rey. He's got the spirit of Eddie with him. He's representing Batista. Rey at SmackDown 1000. That's the return
This
we
is
need.
so disappointing.
Plus Evolution. That's SmackDown 1000.
It's so disappointing.
It's only 2 hours.
It's so
What do you
disappointing.
want?
I need a bunch of appearances.
You're greedy.
Yeah, it's a 1,000 show.
Hey,
Guess who's gonna be at SmackDown 1001? No one.
Shawn Michaels is returning at Crown Jewel. Hooray! Let's move on. Let's hear from we want to hear from the nation and the True Heels what you think about Nostalgia Mania, but we're gonna move on to what we've missed. What we've missed over the last 2 weeks in True Heel Heat 17 and WWE Hell in a Cell. Like Top Guy JJ started off at the top of his show, was actually a very surprising, very good show. It was 3.5 hours. You had 2 big Hell in a Cell matches, and in my opinion, one of the best main roster matches of the year was Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, the Raw Tag Team Champions, defending against Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins of The Shield. That match was, I think, about 19 minutes of non-stop action. Some of the best tag team wrestling that I've seen this whole year from the WWE was in that one match. And in my opinion, Hell in a Cell was probably the second best main roster show of the entire year. Royal Rumble being number 1, number 2 was Hell in a Cell.
Completely agree. Don't really have anything to add to that. They stole the show. That was literally, I think in my opinion, probably his as well, one of the absolute best top 3 WWE roster matches of the year. It was fantastic. Like literally, they delivered. And wow, damn, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has delivered in his main roster appearance so far.
They've been the best of the shakeup. Has been Dolph and Drew coming over to Monday Night Raw, in my opinion. They've been really delivering there.
And you know what, man? I gotta give it up to WWE again. I gotta give it up to them again. And damn, this is hard. This is hard. They've revived the career of Dolph Ziggler. Like they've done it. Like
Surprisingly.
Sometimes when you have a lot of shit and you gotta eat the shit, but sometimes when they do good things, you gotta give them a little credit when they do something good, and they've done great by Dolph Ziggler in the second half of 2018.
Dolph and Drew have been delivering as True Heels, but speaking of True Heels, True Heel Becky, she got her crown. She got her crown. The True Heel Queen, Becky Lynch, got her crown. She defeated Charlotte, and honestly, Charlotte and Becky have been one of the better feuds of the entire year for the WWE main roster. And their match at Hell in a Cell definitely delivered. It was about 12 minutes, very good match from start to finish, and then the surprise finish at the end. I predicted Becky to win, but I was honestly surprised to see her get the W. And the way she did it, she got it clean over Charlotte.
Awesome.
That was great.
Again, like you just hit all points. Like the fact that was the call that I was the happiest to be wrong about. Because I just thought that WWE was just going to go back to their bullshit, keep the queen as the champ, and then give the Super Show something of a change of championships, because you know ain't shit happening in the Super Show. Ain't no titles changing hands at the Super Show. So I thought that they was going to at least say a title change for the Super Show, and that would have been it. But props again, like they're striking while it's hot with Becky Lynch, and I love it.
They're hitting all the marks with Becky. She's been delivering, and honestly, SmackDown has been the better show. We've been saying about it ever since the shake-up. But with Becky Lynch and Charlotte with that feud, and AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, their feud has been awesome as well. They had a really good match at Hell in a Cell as well, and it ended in controversial fashion with AJ getting the cover, but at the same time tapping out to Samoa Joe. What did you think about that?
That was my favorite finish of the night.
Yeah?
That was my favorite finish of the night. The fact that it's like, you know that WWE wants to extend rivalries. They want to extend it to multiple shows, multiple pay-per-views, because they want to get the most out of their buck. They did a decent job with AJ and Shinsuke, but they have hit the mark with AJ and Samoa Joe. Honestly. They have hit the mark. Like, this rivalry has been AJ's best since he's been with the W. His best since Chris Jericho. The fact
his best since Cena.
Well, Cena, yeah, touche to the Cena one. But the fact that you couldn't book a better finish to that match. You could not book a better reaction. You could not book a better aftermath. And you could not book better reactions than to how these two are selling the shit out of this storyline. I love this shit on SmackDown right here.
They're delivering each and every week.
They are.
And what about the 2 Hell in a Cell matches? First of all, the red cell. That looked ridiculous, WWE. What the hell were you thinking with that red cell? I understand the blood concept, but there is no blood anymore. So, having a red cell is not going to replace the fact that we don't have blood anymore. So please stop with the red cell. It looked like a toy. It looked like the old TNA. What was that? I don't know what the name of that. The dome? What was it? Oh, Lockdown. Yeah, No, it wasn't even Lockdown. It was like the dome, like the X Division, and then you had to go through the middle, and then I think Homicide got stuck on the show that Jeff Hardy debuted with TNA. I think that January 4th, 2010 show. It looked ridiculous. Please stop with that. But the 2 Hell in a Cell matches.
TNA had a red cage. It was bad enough that a 6-sided red cage. Do you know how bad that is on the eyes? Bro, do you know how bad that is on the eyes? And then the fact that it was a bright red.
Really bright.
Like, that shit was bright. Like, you turned the lights on, that shit glowed in the dark. Like, that shit was, oh my god.
But
That's the
honestly,
first thing I thought was, oh my god, we're in Sesame Street.
about the 2 Hell in a Cell matches, that was the only thing that was bad. The Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy was surprisingly one of the more brutal Hell in a Cell matches that there's been in a long time. Honestly, the spot of the night was Orton sticking that needle in Jeff Hardy's earlobe. Oh my god, I cringed. That was
Screwdriver?
Yeah, a screwdriver.
He turned the shit.
Yes, he turned the shit. You saw the skin. That was brutal.
Yo.
And then the final big spot by Jeff Hardy was
Oh
amazing.
my god.
What are your thoughts on that Hell in a Cell match, and what are your thoughts on the potential that might have been Jeff Hardy's final match in the WWE?
Creepy as fuck, but I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I couldn't take my eyes off. Like, this is some of the best work that Randy Orton's ever done. Yo, he pulled out fuck a chair, fuck a table, fuck a kendo stick. He pulled out a fucking toolbox. A toolbox. We haven't seen a toolbox since ECW.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
A toolbox, and he pulled out a screwdriver. There was not one person in the building or watching was like, what? Why does he have a screwdriver? Why does he have a screwdriver? We saw a rail spike at Slammiversary. We saw a rail spike, but that's TNA, that's underground shit. This is WWE, and this man is holding a screwdriver. I could not stop watching. I could not stop. It was creepy as fuck, but I was like, oh shit, I love it.
But what are your thoughts on that potentially being Jeff Hardy's final match?
What a way to go out. What a way to go out. If that is his way, salute, parties. Y'all have done everything that I could have possibly asked in these 2 years that you guys have been back. Like, y'all have multiple title runs. You guys have been heavily involved in the WWE storylines. The Ultimate Deletion made it to Raw, even though it wasn't as great as, obviously, the one in TNA. But the fact that they were still so involved, and WWE didn't screw them over. They didn't screw them over. And they were so involved. They were involved in pretty much every single pay-per-view. They kept Matt relevant. They brought the Woken character in there. Again, it wasn't as good as Broken, but it was still something that they tried. They exhausted all of their options, and the fact that they're going out the way that they can. Maybe a little shorter than they had presumed, but I'm very, very pleased and thrilled with what they've been able to do. So, bravo to the Hardys.
Yeah, I mean, Matt has kind of made it as official with his words online that he is taking some time off at least. We don't know if this is the end for good, but we definitely know he's taking some time off. So we want to send out a big shout out to the Hardy Boys for everything they've done over the last 30 years. We want to hear from the nation and True Heels what you thought about Hell in a Cell. What was your favorite matches? One final thing before we get to the nation. Brock Lesnar's return and the big main event, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. What was your thoughts on that?
Shocked.
Yeah.
That was actually really surprised.
I was very much surprised. I didn't understand the negative reaction to it.
I was actually, and the fact that WWE did something that I wasn't expecting, I always like when they do the unexpected. Because no one thought that Brock Lesnar was going to pop up. And the fact that he popped up, all right, first of all, they could have made the cell door a little bit stronger. Because literally, I could have kicked the shit open. Like, I could have kicked it open. You clearly saw that shit was hanging on by one string, by one screw. But it was a
kicked
great...
in the door, waved in the
full four. All you heard was say, Brock, don't hit me no more.
I think Braun did say that because Braun Strowman is
Yo, he beat the fuck out of him with that table.
He did.
Yo, you heard them hits. I was like, damn, I know them tables are a little bit weaker, but he was popping the fuck out of it. That was a good response, but the fact that they said that they literally called off the match was the what the fuck moment of the night.
That was the only lackluster.
They called those things.
Yeah.
They just said stop the match.
They just said stop the match, and of course they got the "this is bullshit" chants from the fans. But once again, WWE and Vince McMahon being the genius, he cut it off, went to black before the fans could even react. Vince with the Jedi mind trick.
Keeping the F5 the strongest move in the business.
Yeah, laid out both men. Both men. Let's hear from the nation and the True Heels.
Stat Guy would like to issue a correction. She should be known as Queen Rebecca now.
Queen Rebecca.
That's not a correction, that's a suggestion.
I can just hear win over Hiroki Goto becoming the new never openweight champion, but that was one of the worst matches in all of the Destruction Tour. 3 shows, that was one of the worst matches. Taishi, I understand as a heel, but they just hang on to the heel tactics a little bit too much with him, and I just didn't like the match. And that show was probably the worst New Japan show of the year, in my opinion.
Listen, this man just criticized New Japan. I am not following that. You can move on.
Destruction in Kobe followed.
Bravo to you.
Destruction in
Bravo
Kobe.
to you, SP.
Destruction in Kobe followed, and of course, with it being named after one of the best basketball players of all time, it was one of New Japan's best shows of the year. Destruction in Kobe that happened this past.
Is that why you ain't like it? They didn't do this.
And once again, Tanahashi and Okada, for the 3rd time this year, in my opinion, a 5-star match. They had another classic at Destruction in Kobe, and for the first time in over 3 years, Tanahashi beat Okada. What do you feel? How do you feel about Tanahashi's chances? And now Jay White, as we talked about at the top of the show, he is the next in line to challenge Tanahashi, and he's going to be versing on that King of Pro Wrestling.
The fact that I was kind of going on the fact that I was hoping that they weren't gonna fuck up these heat waves that these guys are on. So that's why when I made the call for Okada to win, is because I just thought that wrestling tries to do the unpredictable and tries to just mess up somebody's momentum. I was so happy to be wrong with this call. I was so happy to be wrong with this call, just as I was happy with Becky being wrong with his call, with my call on Charlotte defeating Becky. I love it. Like, I love the fact that this is like a resurgence for Tanahashi, because he finally overcome defeating Okada. He's finally overcome it. Tanahashi the ace, my dude, gave you the good luck charm with the title, but my dude is overcoming his obstacles. So I feel like he is gonna ride this wave into Wrestle Kingdom and put on probably, I'm assuming, a 6-star match, at least, with Kenny Omega.
I think Omega and Tanahashi are going to definitely exceed expectation, and they're going to go in with very high expectations to Wrestle Kingdom. But I think you're right, Tanahashi, I think, just is on a roll, and he is on his resurgence, and I think he's going to get by Jay White. At Cheetah moved on over Bushi in a very, very, very good matchup as well. Bushi pulled out all the stock.
I love it. I really love it. And the fact that we both called it on True Heat 17 let us know that we're on to something with Kushida. And I like the fact that Kushida is finally, he's getting a chance to elevate himself. and I like his chances. I'm gonna ride the wave of what New Japan is doing with having this momentum thing going.
Yeah.
Because they're riding the wave of Jay White, they're riding the wave of Tanahashi, and now I hope that they're gonna keep this going with Kushida. Like, I love it. Like, I mean, there's certain things. Yes, you criticize Kobe, the
Bully Ray being the veteran. Colt Cabana has come to the rescue of Flip Gordon a couple of times, and Bully Ray just became a new alliance with Silas Young. So who do you got in this tag team? A new alliance with Silas Young. So who do you got in this tag team?
Flip Gordon.
Flipping Colt, and I think it's unanimous. This little heel turn ever since Austin Aries has come back into his life. He's been seeing the success of Austin Aries and seeing that Austin Aries has been being a heel to get ahead in the business, and Kenny King has followed suit, and now he versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Who you got in this one?
I'm picking Jushin Thunder Liger because Kenny King sucks.
I am going with Kenny King. Shouts out again to Cody Ryan. Your uncle Kenny King is gonna get the Kenny King is gonna get the victory. He's gonna continue on this roll from his heel turn.
King of the Night sucks.
We got a big 5-on-5 tag team matchup. It's gonna be Chaos.
Yes.
Chaos, who is going through all their turmoil.
Yes.
We got Kazuka Okada teaming with Trent Beretta and Chucky T of Best Friends. And they are going to be with Tomohiro Ishii and Rocky Romero. They are going to be versus the Bullet Club's own, the Young Bucks, Marty Scurll, Hangman Page, and of course, my good friend now, the American Nightmare, Cody.
You want to hear some Kingdom?
Nah, I'm good. Who do you got in this one? In this big 5-on-5?
I mean, I'm definitely going with the Bullet Club on this one because Jay White is going to cost him the match.
Well, Jay Wyatt's not in Las Vegas.
He's not in Vegas?
He's not in Las Vegas.
Is that what you've heard?
He's not in Las Vegas.
How do we know this?
But I believe that the turmoil within Chaos, you are right, will cause him to lose.
Yeah, I definitely don't see them winning this match. I definitely see the Bullet Club losing this match. And surprisingly, it might have something to do with Okada, which might help build this little leadership storyline. Like something, Okada might have some input in this loss, whether it's an accidental hit, whether it's something to make them look at Okada and kind of blame him a little bit. Give Jay White a little bit of ammo if he's not there.
I can definitely see the Bullet Club winning this one because of everything that's going on with Chaos, but also this has probably the most star power of any match on the card, and I can see this main event of the show. And of course, you want to have your guys, the ROH guys, winning that match, and the ROH guys is on the Bullet Club side. So I see Bullet Club winning. We got the Women of Honor Championship matchup. He's got Sumi Saki, who is the reigning, defending, inaugural Woman of Honor champion, versus our very own friend, Tenille Dashwood, a.k.a. Emma.
Bay.
Who do you got in this one?
Why are you even asking me this question?
I think we both...
No way in hell I am not picking Bay in this match.
I think we both have wanted Tenille to win the title ever since Supercard of Honor.
Absolutely.
When the title was made, when their first champion was made. Sumi Saki has been a great inaugural champion. I want to give her credit for that because I didn't expect much from her. I was surprised when she won. I was disappointed when she won, but she has had a nice little run. She's had a couple of good defenses on ROH TV, but it is Tenille Dashwood's time.
It's all about Tenille.
Yes, it is all about the taste of Tenille. And tonight she wins the Women of Honor Championship. We got the ROH TV champion. It's going to be Punishment Martinez defending against Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin has been on a little bit of a resurgence recently. Alex Shelley basically has stepped down from his in-ring career. He's focusing more on training the young talent from the wrestling business.
That's interesting.
And Chris Sabin has now taken on the singles career again. He's a former Impact World Champion. He's a former X-Division champion. But he's never won singles gold in Ring of Honor. And tonight he has a big matchup against the reigning defending champion, ROH TV champion, Punishment Martinez. What do you got?
Punishment Martinez. Chris Sabin is not winning this match. I don't give a fuck about the research. I don't care. Punishment retains. Chris Sabin probably joins Shelley in the train. I don't care about this.
I can see this leading to something story-wise with Chris Sabin, but yes, I see Punishment Martinez getting the win. I promise you, we're gonna pick something different on one of these matches. So ROH Tag Team Championship.
This is kind of one of those like unfortunate, like predictable WWE cards like you don't really see the reason for another outcome. So hopefully something else comes up.
So ROH Tag Team
Sorry.
Championships is on the line. We
Sorry
got
we agree so much.
the Briscoes will be versing Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian of The Addiction.
SCU!
SoCal Uncensored. Who do you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with ROH riding the hot hands on this one. The SCU's been on fire. They've been on fire, so I expect the Briscoes to drop the titles to SCU right here. Give SCU their first taste of gold as SCU. Obviously, you know, they've been The Addiction, they've been all this other stuff, but SCU, let's give SCU some gold. Let's make it even worse, because they will win the town in the worst town they've ever been in.
Which is always the next town they're in. But I see the Briscoes winning this one. I see the Briscoes winning only because...
some division.
Yes,
there we
I
go.
see the Briscoes winning only because this is their 9th ROH World Title run. They've had a very dominant run. They've had a lot of great matches with the Young Bucks and other tag teams in the ROH tag team division. But there is a tag team that just returned that I feel like is the babyface tag team that needs to beat the Briscoes, and that's the Best Friends. The Best Friends is the newer tag team in ROH that should have probably got a run last year, didn't get it, but I feel like the Briscoes going to hold on to it to lose it to the Best Friends at Final Battle. So the Briscoes beat The Addiction at Death Before Dishonor. And then for the ROH World Championship, it is your boy, Jay Lethal, going one-on-one with the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. Who do you got in this one?
I am so torn about this match because Will Ospreay is one of my favorite cross-brand, cross-wrestling. He fights everywhere. Will Ospreay fights everywhere. And the aerial assassin, oh my, if you haven't seen this guy oh my God, he is the truth. But I kind of find this match going a little bit similar to the match that he had with Flip Gordon at All In. I see a great trade-off match. I see the aerial assassin pulling off some things that is going to wow you again in the ring. But I definitely see the greatest first-generation wrestler of all time, Jay Lethal, retaining his ROH World Heavyweight title because I don't see him dropping the title at this stage. And even though great opponent, I don't see it happen against Will Ospreay.
I really want to go for Will Ospreay in this one because I would love to see Will Ospreay more in Ring of Honor.
Absolutely.
But it's Jay Lethal just got the title back. Jay Lethal's going to have a nice run with it, and I feel like Jay Lethal retains against Will Ospreay in this one. So the only match we really differ on is the ROH Tag Team titles. So
SCU!
I got a little challenge for you at the end of all of our predictions. But that's one match on the ROH card that we differ on. So let's move on to the next card that we got this weekend from New Japan.
You know what I feel like we need to do at some point with our predictions? We need to
Wait, no, don't say it now because you're probably thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, and we're gonna talk about that when we're done with our predictions now. So, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Fighting Spirit Unleashed is coming up this Sunday. Now, we're not going to go through all the matches. A lot of the matches are the multi-card, or the multi-man matches that we usually expect from New Japan. But we're going to talk about the major matches that have storyline development and the major matches for titles at Fighting Spirit Unleashed. So, the first one we're going to go through is Chaos, the new Chaos, Jay White's Chaos. Gato and the Switchblade Jay White will team against Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kushida. This is a preview of the big match between Tanahashi and White at King of Pro Wrestling in October. Who do you got on Sunday?
Damn, two of the people I just literally bigged up in a couple frames ago, Kushida and Jay White. Like that's hard. But I'm definitely going with the new Chaos because I'm looking for Jay White to get all the ammunition in the world to take over as the leader, because Okada will lose his match, and I see Jay White winning his match, solidifying him becoming the leader of Chaos.
I agree with him here. I agree with you, and I hate agreeing with him. But Chaos gets the victory.
Good points.
The new Chaos. Yeah, you make a good point. The new Chaos gets the victory here. I can see Jay White get the victory over Tanahashi, pinning him here to get some more momentum going into King of Pro Wrestling, and I feel like that match is.
Do you find yourself saying Jay Wyatt too sometimes? Do you find yourself saying Jay Wyatt too? Because I find myself saying Jay Wyatt sometimes when it's Jay White.
No, that's how they say it.
I know, but
That's how they say it.
His
You gotta
name is
say it.
Jay White.
But it's Jay White.
It sounds too much like a Wyatt.
I don't know. I think it's an Australian thing or a Japanese thing. I don't know. But that's how he says it. That's how they say it in New Japan. That's how we're gonna say it here.
All right.
That's how we're gonna say it.
All right.
So moving on to the big one-on-one matchup that we talked about earlier. It is Marty Scurll going one-on-one with Will Ospreay. This is a part of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship Tournament. The winner of this match versus Kushida at King of Pro Wrestling in October. Who do you got in this one?
Damn. Another hard match because it's one of those things that you think that you're hoping for the villain to finally get a big win somewhere. He's been taking a lot of losses, yo. He's been taking a lot of losses, but I think it continues. I think he loses this match as well because Ospreay is going to lose the championship match, and then I see him moving on in this tournament. So they're going to keep Ospreay relevant, but they're going to bank on this villain character being so over that it's like he doesn't need victories right now. That's just kind of how I see it. And unfortunate, Marty, gotta wait.
I see Marty probably getting the big win in that 5-on-5 at Death Before Dishonor tonight. So I see him taking the L right here because Will Ospreay's going to take an L at Death Before Dishonor. Will Ospreay versus Kushida has been one of the major feuds in the junior heavyweight division over the last couple of years, and I think that's going to be the finals to determine the new IWGP.
So you're picking Marty to beat.
No, I'm taking Will Ospreay to beat.
Okay, so we're on the same page here, unfortunately.
I'm picking Will Ospreay to win, and he's going to move on to versus Kushida at King of Pro Wrestling.
So annoying.
So, tag team titles is on the line. IWGP Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks will verse the Gorillas of Destiny. Now, if you don't know about this one, this is all a part of this Bullet Club Civil War. It took a turn for the worse for the Young Bucks and the Golden Elite. Back at G1 Special, it was Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and their father, the Haku, the King Haku, that turned on the Bullet Club and created the Bullet Club Firing Squad. And it's been a war between the Bullet Club Firing Squad and the Bullet Club ever since. And this is the culmination of it for the IWG Tag Team titles. What do you got in this one?
Oh, this is hard. Wow, this is hard. This is a hard one. Because I mean, you gotta give the Firing Squad something, right? But then you're putting them up against the Young Bucks.
Well, they are the current
like,
never openweight
right.
six-man
so
tag team
like,
champions.
Oh, this was a tough one. But I'm gonna go with them just hanging on to just giving the Young Bucks some more victories. So I'm gonna hang on to that, and I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks winning this match here. I'm gonna, especially with the titles on the line. This match, right? So I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks retaining. I'm going to go with them keeping this match to prove their heavyweight status, because they're heavyweights.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go.
The big bucks.
I'm going to go with them retaining this match in a very entertaining match. But I don't feel like the Firing Squad is going to quite be champions yet.
I am going to go with the Firing Squad. I am going to go with the Gorillas of Destiny to regain the IWGP Tag Team Championships. They won the Never Openweight six-man tag team titles with Taiji Ishimori. They need to get more gold from the Bullet Club. They need to create that division within them, and they need to give the Young Bucks some momentum. And the Young Bucks is not going to be in the World Tag League, so taking the titles off them now creates that, you know, the champions can still be in the tournament coming up in November. Let's hear from the Nation and the True Hitters.
Steve with two interesting suggestions. Steve Salvage. Ospreay might move up to heavyweight, so Marty should take it. And for the Firing Squad, he's going for them with the debut of a possible new member.
Okay, I can see that.
I can't. I'm not gonna disagree with it. These are just our predictions, and I'm not gonna go against it. But the Young Bucks, I mean, it's just hard to go against the Young Bucks. It's really hard to go against the Young Bucks, especially after what they just pulled off.
To your former point, though, with Will Ospreay, I see Ospreay winning this one, but I see him losing against Kushida. I think they're going to put the title back on Kushida, and then I can see Ospreay moving up to the heavyweight division because Ospreay versus Ibushi needs to happen. and I think it should happen at Wrestle Kingdom. Ibushi versus Ospreay. Ospreay, he doesn't win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title.
That's a show.
Or he may win
That's
it.
a motherfucking show stealer right there.
That's a show stealer potential right there.
That's a show stealer.
So the final two big matches are co-main event for Fighting Spirit Unleashed. You got the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Cody Rhodes will be going up against the IWGP US Champion Juice Robinson. This one is for the US Championship. Who you got in this one?
I need to give you a prediction on who I'm going with this one. I really do.
It's time to talk about it. You gotta hear a song.
Come on. That's my prediction right there.
Okay, we don't need to hear the whole song. We don't need to hear the whole song. Okay, alright. We get it.
Control!
We get it. Alright, you got it. You get the point. Okay, yeah.
So, Cody is going to be racking up the gold.
He just really wants to lose these predictions. Juice Robinson will win. Juice Robinson needs to continue on his run, and Cody doesn't need the IWGP US Championship.
Cody needs all the
gold.
gold.
He's got the NWA Championship. He can't steal Austin Aries' gimmick of the belt collector, so Juice wins.
No, he's the gold collector.
Stop it.
He needs 20 pounds of gold now.
And then the main event, it is tag team action, a tag team dream match. Chaos' own Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii will verse the Golden Lovers, Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega. Who do you got in this one?
The Golden Lovers will win this match because of Jay White. I just see him being a thorn in Okada's side for the months to come. Like the adversity that we just touched on, Okada dealing with for 2018 pretty much, will continue because of a certain Switchblade wannabe leader of the Chaos. So I just see the torment continuing.
I mean, I see the Golden Lovers winning. I see the Golden Lovers. Golden Lovers don't need Jay White to help them. Golden Lovers can get the victory. I can see them.
They don't.
I can see them getting the victory with the Golden Trigger on Tomohiro Ishii. But I definitely agree with you. Jay White will make his presence known by the end of the night, and possibly attacking the IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kenny Omega. You never know.
Stirring shit up.
But Fighting Spirit Unleashed is not the only show this Sunday. A big show from Progress. Progress is a promotion that we don't talk about a lot here. How familiar are you with Progress?
I mean, the one show that I went to was like 175 degrees, so I'm not sure if I'm like, I don't follow them the way I need to, but they're you know, if you've seen the heated opinions from my boy SP, Progress has become WWE's little stepping child. So
well, it's basically
it's not their death certificate.
It's basically the feeder ground for NXT UK, in my opinion. But Progress is having their biggest show yet. It's in the SSE Arena in London, England, in Wembley. Hello Wembley is what it's called. Progress has this big show at the end of September every year. It's usually in front of their largest crowd of the year, and they have some big matchups coming up. They have a pre-show battle royal like most big shows happen to have, but their big one, their first big match is for the tag team titles. It's called the Thunder Bastard. The Thunder Bastard is basically a tag team Royal Rumble, where basically starts off with two teams, it's a pinfall or submission, and then every team is eliminated, a next team come out. It's basically the old tag team turmoil brought back to life, and this one, we're not going to give a prediction too much, we're just going to go through all these teams. The new champions, which is Bendito, who we saw at All In, and his tag team partner, Famida. You got Sexy Star, which is Jax.
Are you serious?
Yes. They're the new Progress tag team champions. You got Sexy Star, which is Jax Sexsmith and David Starr. You got Eminem, which is Connor Mills and Maverick Mayhem. You got Aussie Open, Anti-Friend Police, Grizzled Young Veterans, which is my boy Zach Gibson, Liverpool's #1, and his tag team partner James Drake, whatever his name is. You're alright. Then you got Calamari Tash Kings and the 198, which is Flash Morgan Webster and his tag team partner, the Wild Boar. and they've been on a roll. Flash Morgan Webster is a mainstay of Progress. He just turned heel. He just got his old tag team partner Wildboard that just came back. In my prediction, I'm going to say the 198 get the victory because they've been on a roll and they need to put the tag team titles on some Progress.
I'm just waiting to hear one name off Progress. I mean,
now this one is the match that you might know about. You might know both names on this one. For all of you folks watching that are not too familiar with Progress, you got Mark Haskins, which is one of Progress, older Progress World Champions and one of their mainstays, and he's gonna go against the newest NXT signee, Matt Riddle. One-on-one.
Bro!
The king of the bros. Final independent wrestling event.
Bro!
Answer my question. But this one is going to be basically...
Wait, is there a title on the line in this match?
No. It's not for a title.
One-on-one
Haskins and Riddle. This one is going to be about a lot of technical moves, a lot of hard-hitting stuff, a lot of submissions. But I think I agree with you. Matt Riddle's going to get the victory. NXT didn't give him on low to Progress for a reason. He's going to make sure he wins. You got no DQ. This one is probably going to be one of the more brutal matches of the evening. You got the King of the Death match, Jimmy Havoc, going one-on-one with Paul Robinson. Now, to give you a little information and details on this one. This one was supposed to be Jimmy Havoc versus Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay got pulled from this show basically because he had to be on the Fighting Spirit Unleashed show. It was supposed to be Jimmy Havoc versus Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay came back a couple of months ago basically saying that Jimmy Havoc hasn't been the Jimmy fucking Havoc that we know him as. The Jimmy, the Jimmy Havoc that's a death match that wants to kill people. We've been missing that Jimmy Havoc. Will Ospreay and Jimmy Havoc had their big match at the last chapter, chapter 75, and it was Paul Robinson, who was the old tag team partner of Will Ospreay, that turned on Ospreay to team up with Havoc back years ago in Progress. He turned on Havoc to team back up with Ospreay at the last chapter. So now Robinson is versus Havoc, no disqualification. Who you got in this one?
I thought we wasn't doing predictions on this one, man.
Well, you're familiar with Havoc. I'm giving you the ones you're familiar with.
I mean, give me this beat Jimmy Havoc, man. Like, what the hell? Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? I thought we wasn't doing predictions.
I'm giving you the ones you're
actually running through this card.
You said the ones that you're familiar with.
I'm waiting to hear one name, and that's not the name I'm waiting to hear, but give me Jimmy Havoc. But I'm waiting to hear one name. I gotta do all the work on the show.
I
mean, for this, yeah. I'm waiting to hear one name.
Anyway, the next match, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs, is going to be Eddie Dennis versus Mark Andrews. This one is a year in the making. These two used to be former tag team partners. This has been going on for a full year. It's kind of similar to the Tommaso Ciampa Johnny Gargano storyline, where Dennis turned on Andrews and basically was injured for the past 6-7 months, and basically they had to prolong this big match. Tables, Ladders, and Chair, and the winner is going to become #1 contender. I got Mark Andrews.
Yeah, already got WWE written all over this shit. TLC matches already?
Of course.
Wow.
Of course.
Yeah.
This one is being billed as the biggest match in UK history. It's going to be WWE UK champion, the longest reigning champion in all of the WWE, Pete Dunne versus Ilja Dragunov. Ilja Dragunov is basically the Pete Dunne of WXW. He's basically the young upstart. He's only 24 years old. He's one of the biggest stars in all of Europe. This one is being billed as the biggest match in all of Europe, and I see Pete Dunne getting the victory because, like I said, probably you're owned by WWE now. Pete Dunne's going to win. Anyway, so we're moving on. Progress Women's Championship. This is the match I'm looking forward to the most. You got the current champion, which is Ginny.
Y'all should already know who's in this match if he's looking forward to this match.
Of course. You got the current champion, Ginny. She's going to be versing Millie McKenzie, and they're going to be versing the one and only, my future baby mama, Toni Storm. It is Toni time. Yes. Triple threat match. This one is basically...
I can't even get mad at him for loving him for Toni. I can't even get mad.
Can anyone blame me?
Once she turns around, boy, it's like, woof.
Come on. God bless your soul, Toni. You know who I'm going with in this one. Toni, you're going to win the gold back. And the Atlas, the two final matches, you got the Atlas Championship is going to be Trent Seven versus Doug Williams. Doug Williams, who recently won the Atlas Championship, basically winding down his career, is basically the Ric Flair WrestleMania 24 storyline, where Doug Williams has said if he loses the Atlas Championship, he will retire from the pro wrestling business. I think this is a big enough show for him to have that big crowd to end his career. I see Trent Seven getting the win in this one, and then the big time main event for the Progress World Championship. It is Big Daddy Volta versus the first ever WWE UK champion, Tyler Bate. You know both of these guys, so let's get one
The
final
name
finish.
I was waiting to hear all card. Tyler Bate is going to die in this match. He is going to get his chest caved all the way in. Walter is going to fuck him up. He's going to fuck that strong boy up.
He's a strong boy.
He is going to get the shit kicked out
He's
of
only
him.
5'8", and he's
Oh
versus
my
Big
God.
Daddy Volta.
Oh my God, Volta is gonna fuck him up. That's all I was waiting to hear for this whole card. Tyler Bate ain't got a fucking chance in this match. He ain't got a chance in this match.
From the
At
nation,
all.
from the True
At
Heels
all.
YouTube channel, please put in your comments what you guys think about Progress for those that
all I
watch
wanna hear.
Progress. Unlike Top Guy JJ, like me that watch Progress, please give us your thoughts on the Progress, their big show, Hello Wembley. So finally, our big show that's coming up next week from WWE, live from Australia in front of 60,000, it is Super Showdown. Super Showdown live from Australia. We're going to go through this card very quickly. Number one contendership, Miz versus Daniel Bryan. Who you got?
I've been wrong on literally every... I got the Miz one right at SummerSlam. Got the Miz one wrong at Hell in a Cell. I see Miz winning this match to maintain ownership of Daniel Bryan, having no reason to compete against Daniel Bryan no more. But they're gonna keep this going. I hope this is one of those storylines that they can just keep going through WrestleMania.
I can definitely see Miz getting the win in this one. He's gonna become number one contender, and Miz needs a WWE title run, in my opinion. You got Naomi and Asuka, as I'm calling them, Rush Hour 4, or Emperors of Glow, as whatever you want to call it. I call it Rush Hour 4. Versus Australia's own, the Iconics. Who you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with Rush Hour 4. I mean, I like the name.
It's a great name.
I really like the name. I'm gonna definitely go with Rush Hour 4, and this is gonna actually revive Asuka's sorry ass SmackDown run, which has been fucking awful. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Iconics. They're gonna get that
It's
home crowd victory.
gotten that bad.
No, the Iconics gonna get that home crowd victory. So the people that we started off the show with, you got the Bella Twins. They're gonna be teaming with our Lord and Savior, UFC Hall of Famer,
Yes.
reigning, defending, undisputed Raw Women's Champion, Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
She saves this whole match.
Versus the Riot Squad.
She saves this whole match.
Who you got in this one?
She saves this whole match. The Bellas can stay out the ring this whole match. Ronda can run this whole match.
Ronda got this.
She can run this whole match. Ronda wins.
Ronda and the Riot Squad are
Ronda
going to have a
wins.
great match together.
Ronda wins.
We got tag team action again. This one is going to be Elias and Kevin Owens versus the team of Bobby Lashley and the returning he's the GOAT.
He's coming back!
The GOAT.
He is becoming a part of the nostalgia act, baby! And bringing them all back. They pulling their card. Time is up. My time is now.
I do want to give it up. Wait. Can you pause that? I do want to give it up for my boy, Leo Rush, making Bobby Lashley entertaining again. Thank you, Leo Rush.
The man of the hour.
The man of the hour.
The man of the hour.
23-year-old piece of gold. He's been the man that's been making Bobby Lashley entertaining again. And Bobby Lashley and John Cena get the victory at Super Showdown.
Due to the fist punch from the GOAT.
hope not. We got for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, The New Day will verse The Bar. Who you got in this one?
As much as I would love the Bar to win this match, I would love for them to get something going on SmackDown because they have not gotten anything happening on SmackDown. And the New Day is going to retain. I see the New Day retaining.
New Day is the perfect SmackDown tag team champion.
It's going to be a good match, though. It's going to be a really good match.
This one is going to be really good, but I see the New Day getting the victory in this one. And we got Becky Lynch going one-on-one with Charlotte in a rematch from Hell in a Cell. Who you got in this one?
Queen Becky.
True heel Becky all
Queen
around.
Becky.
Right here. See, we're agreeing a lot again. This is not working out. The Shield.
This is what WWE does.
The Shield versus the War Dogs. Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. Who you got in this one?
The episode of Raw was really interesting with the way that they dug into to Dean Ambrose's head with all that stuff.
It was.
I think it kind of comes into play at Super Show. I think something happens where the Shield loses this match, and it has something to do with Dean Ambrose. I like where they're going with this story, and I want them to continue it, so I see the War Dogs winning this match.
I really wanted to pick the War Dogs here, but I'm going to go with the Shield. I think the Shield gets the victory here. I think we are going to see like some things going on, but I think we might see more of Drew getting more questions about Dolph with what Seth said to Drew on Monday. Monday had a lot of storyline development with that match, so I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
This one is the match.
Episode of Raw.
This is the match I'm looking forward to the most out of this entire card. It's for the Cruiserweight Championship. It's going to be Cedric Alexander, who's been the champion ever since WrestleMania. He's going to go one-on-one with Australia's own Buddy Murphy, who has by far been the MVP of 205 Live for 2018. Who you got in this one?
The one thing that will change in Australia will be this championship. I see Buddy Murphy has been doing too good not to bring home the crown in his home country. There's no better platform for the pop, for the reaction, and they're going to pay attention to this match because it's their very own. There's no way I see Cedric Alexander leaving Australia with the Cruiserweight title. Take it home, Buddy Murphy.
I'm going to agree with you here. I see the best kept secret in the WWE. Buddy Murphy gets the victory in his home country and takes home the Cruiserweight Championship. We got the top two matches. The WWE Championship is on the line. No disqualification, no count out. Must be a winner. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Who you got in this one?
Another very controversial finish, but AJ keeping his title. Like, I'm not picking him to win, but I'm going to go no contest. I'm going to go with a no contest finish. I'm going to go with Samoa Joe not losing this match, but neither does AJ Styles. I see this match ending in a double something or a no contest.
I'm going to go with AJ getting the victory here. I think Styles gets the victory, kind of closing the chapter on the feud. I don't see Styles losing the title to Samoa Joe. Although Samoa Joe's mic work and his character work is all but deserving of being the WWE champion. AJ Styles,
Absolutely.
I see them I do agree.
You coming to the light?
Yeah, I'm coming to
500
the light.
days?
Not 500 days.
500
but
days?
I see them going ahead and making sure he breaks that 434 that CM Punk had, and they can kind of finally put the plug to close the mouth of all those fans that were like, no, Brock Lesnar doesn't have the right title. They want to close their mouth for good. AJ Styles is a guy that those fans will not complain about passing that 434 number. So I think AJ Styles gets the victory over Samoa Joe here, and he moves on to Crown Jewel. And they'll probably have another title defense, rumored to be a fatal four-way from what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, the main event, last time ever. The match that they are building up better than they are doing the entire WWE Evolution pay-per-view. This
that
one
pay-per-view
match
still exists?
Yeah, this one match they're building up better than the entire groundbreaking history-making
Evolution
pay-per-view.
still happening?
Last time ever, I don't believe you. Triple H versus that vile, disgusting piece of garbage. He comes down to the ring. It takes 31 years. He says, rest in peace. It sounds like he's going to get a cardiac arrest. The Undertaker.
Yo, when was the last time Undertaker needed somebody to have his back?
In an AARP on the pole match.
200 years of existence surrounding that ring in this match.
Triple H will have Shawn Michaels in his corner. The Undertaker
With the
will
buzz
have
cut.
Kane in his corner.
With the buzz cut.
Who you got?
All the way. It is due. It is due. Too many L's to the Undertaker. Triple H has to come through. He has to come through. It's time to play the game. Triple H finally pulls it off after losing to this man for nearly 20 years in a row. I am going with Triple H finally beating this man. Finally beating The Undertaker.
You know, Shawn Michaels used to say, HBK lays down for no man. Well, ever since The Undertaker retired at WrestleMania 33, he's laid down for no man. And he will not lay down in Australia. That piece of garbage will once again steal food off another man's plate. Triple H works hard for his victories, and Triple H deserves his victory. How many losses has he taken to The Undertaker? And he can't take one freaking loss? No, not in Australia, not in front of 60,000. No, The Undertaker's got to make one more freaking entrance, one more walk down that aisle for 400 years. God damn it! I don't want to see this match. Last time ever, my ass, I don't believe you. This won't be the last time I see it this year. You're gonna have a tag team match at Crown Jewel. This is not the last time ever, man. Fuck!
Tell them how you really feel. Well, who are you picking?
I said he lays down for nobody. Undertaker.
After all of this, you're picking The Undertaker to win. You're picking him to win. You want this to keep going because you're not picking the burial. I thought I was giving you the alley-oop. I was giving you the alley. I was tossing you the bucket, saying we could slam him down, bury him in the grave with Triple H overcoming it. But here you go, keeping this nostalgia shit going by picking the Undertaker to win this match. Good job, SP. Way to just keep Undertaker's spirit up. You did so great.
I want his spirit to die.
So why are you picking him to win?
Because I'm not dumb. He said, what? I literally just said why. Are you listening? Are you as dumb as WWE? Do you listen? WWE don't listen to his fans. You don't listen to me. Are you listening?
You're not listening to yourself.
WrestleMania 33.
You're not listening
he has
to yourself.
not laid down for no one.
Except the game.
No one.
The game
No
will
one.
change that.
No one.
The game will change that. Sledgehammer and all will bury that old 50-year-old carcass soul digging son of a bitch and finally proceed the beginnings of making your wish come true. The beginnings, because you just announced it that they're gonna have a match a month later.
Let's hear final thoughts from the True Heels in the nation, please.
True Heel Maurice says the era is back, bro. He's going with Taker because if Triple H wins, that means the feud is continuing. See, me and Maurice is on the same page. The Taker Defense Force and the people against the Undertaker have finally seen the light. We have come together. We have united. We need people to make memes with the two arms like this.
You dumb
like
fucks are working together.
One side SP3, the other side the Taker Defense Force. We understand each other. He doesn't lay down for no man.
But you dumb fucks are working together. Y'all have this Taker Defense Force and anti-Undertaker, which is just gonna keep him up and going. Like,
But anyhow, we want to thank you for joining us, guys, on the YouTube. Thank you for our first ever live stream on our YouTube channel. You guys have been subscribing to our YouTube channel, so keep subscribing. If you're watching right now on Facebook Live, we need you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. True Heel Heat is almost at 100 subscribers. We are trying to hit 200 before the end of the year, so we need more of you guys that are watching on Facebook Live to check us out and subscribe onto YouTube. Top Guy JJ, any final thoughts before we close them out?
Just thank you for watching, man, and we're approaching 20. Follow us on that lovely social media page, and we're very close to the subscriber count, so let's just make sure we get that up there. Can't wait to see some of you, if anybody is going to be at the Battle Club Pro event.
So
And
we want to mention Battle Club Pro. We're going to have a very special guest from Battle Club Pro on True Heel Heat 19. So check us out. We're going to give you hints on our way to True Heel Heat 19. And speaking of our predictions from today's show, I want to throw out a challenge. If I win the predictions on True Heel Heat 19, Top Guy JJ, you must sing a theme song of my choice to me.
you got it. Just make sure you have the words up, because I'm pretty sure you're going to have a horrible choice. But if I win, we will sing the kingdom together. Together. Adrenaline in my zone. All that together.
I guess I'll be doing all the singing. So please become a subscriber onto our YouTube channel. It's True Heel Heat. Become a member of the True Heels group page as well as the True Faces. We want you to follow us on IG at True Heels _ Epic SP3.
True Heel _ Top Guy JJ.
And go to our Pro Wrestling Tees, prowrestlingtees.com / True Heels, and get your True Heels merchandise now. And we'll see you on True Heel Heat 19.